Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Residency Real Talk, where we sit with the doctors who have been through the grind and lived the residency life. And today we are with one doctor. She just didn't excel academically, but with the flying colors because she grabbed the gold medal in her UG and MD dermatology. Today I welcome Dr. Ishita. Hello, Dr. Ishita, and welcome to the show.
Hi Himanshu, hello. I am very happy to be here to be part of your talk show.
So, I believe it wasn't easy for you for grabbing the gold medal. Not everyone gets it. In the UG and PG both. So that is a huge, I would say, you achieved a lot.
Thank you so much.
So, first things first, I would like to start with. So you have done your MBBS from SHKM GMC and your MD from ESIC Faridabad, and they both are like government medical colleges. And that too, after that you get like it's not easy to get MD dermatology in a government medical college. So was dermatology your first choice, or it happened gradually during your internship or UG days you have decided, it was just a sudden decision that okay, let's go for dermatology?
Dermatology was always my first priority during my UG days itself, and I always had an interest for the subject. More so, I would say I have many doctors in my family. I have seen, life of a surgeon. I've seen life of an obstetrician, and I know what it means to be a doctor. So, back of the mind, obviously, I had that work-life balance wala funda in my mind. But gradually, over the years also, during my UG days, I always had a special interest in dermatology, and it was a first choice. Always, I had to, when I sat for my post graduation, I was very clear that if I get a good rank, and my first priority will be dermatology only.
Dermatology, yes. Yeah, we see work life balance नहीं है और branches में, like day and night you don't know आपका
my
पूरा दिन पूरी रात कहाँ चली जाती है.
Yes, my husband is an orthopedician. I know he's in
Yes.
emergencies. I being a dermatologist, late nights I am in emergencies because of him. So I know what it takes, and the emergency branches are very demanding, and so dermatology offers you both, and not because of work life balance is obviously a very important factor. Apart from that, academically also, it is a subject which it is not only dermatology. It comprises of dermatology. Our degree is MD dermatology, venerology, and leprology. So the subject comprises of core dermatology. It comprises of sexually transmitted infections and leprosy as a disease per se, which comprises one third of our degree. So it offers you a variety of academic interests, and aesthetic dermatology always as it is growing brand. So academically also. Yes. I always knew he's an orthopedician, so I married him, and orthopedician is secondary to get married to. But yeah, it comes with very lot of things, when you being in a you being in a chill branch, and the other person is the emergency branch, so you have to take care of everything. You are like the taker and everything of manager of home, and obviously he's on duty. He's doing currently a fellowship where it is more like a first year residency for him. He goes early mornings, he comes late nights, and when we go on a date, or somewhere for a lunch, it is like in between I'm eating food and he gets a call, emergency meow, and then we rush, and we go. कि अभी रात के 12 बजे इन बिटवीन मेरे हाथ में आइसक्रीम का कोन होता है, आई कीप सिटिंग इन द DDR and these are certain experiences which I did not have in my residency. So yes, I'm like living a life, a different life also.
So yes, you are not only living the dermatology life, but yes, the orthopedic life also. So
Yeah,
yes, you are managing everything. Yes.
yeah,
ना चाह
kind
के
of.
भी it's kind of वही रात को इमरजेंसी जाना पड़ रहा है आपको भी. I can
Yeah.
understand. So now dermatology residency is often seen as less hectic or like compared to surgical branches or the like as your husband's life. So, but I know there is way more to it. How would you describe your 3 years? Was it a calm or like it was all chaotic? Because I understand I did my internship with you. I understand there used to be many times when you were in ICU also looking for the patient. So, how was your 3 years residency?
When people, especially non-medicos, and even some few medicos also, when they find you, okay, I
Mm-hmm.
introduce myself, I dermatology, अरे डर्मा वाले, और non-medicos तो they start asking you, wrinkle हो गया, pimple हो गया, and hydra facial
Acne
या
हो
thread
गया.
cutting, but हाँ acne हो गया, under eye dark circles हो गया, है ना, botox कर दो, filler कर दो. Residency is another ball game. So residency and aesthetics, they are poles apart. People who are established, who are running brands right now, all of them, they all of them have gone through the core principles of the subjects during these 3 years. The 3 years of residency, they don't teach you aesthetics or cosmetic dermatology because they cater you to become a specialist. They cater you to become a professional doctor. They don't cater you to be a beautician. If I say per se, you have to know the core principles. If personally you talk about me, I do lasers, I do aesthetic procedures also. बट जो मजा पेम्फिगस के पेशेंट को ट्रीट करने में है, obviously when you do all those scar और ये botox and all, obviously it is money and everything, but that doctor wali feeling which you get, and obviously you are a specialist, you are a doctor, you are a grad, you are a post grad in fact. Yes, so the 3 years of residency, they teach you the core dharma, the core principles of the subjects, as well as the venerology and leprology group of affiliations which are attached to this subject. They are taught into core. So during our post-graduation viva, people don't know that, what is venereology and leprology. When I say I'm a dermatologist, लोगों को लगता है कि ठीक है skin की बीमारी और hair और nail, since, education is now. But people don't know that we are venereologists and we are leprologists. So in our post-graduation exam, in fact, the weightage to venereology and leprology is such that you can make a mistake in core dharma. You are allowed, but leprosy और STD में कोई गलती allowed नहीं है. People who have done MD or DNB, they know that how what it matters to the subject. So
Yes,
three
that is
years
where
of
you stand different
residency.
from all the aestheticians.
Exactly. True. 3 years of residency life, first year you get orientation to the subject. First 6 months, you will be oriented. Mostly you will stay in the wards. Derma wards
Hmm.
are there. Let me tell the undergrads who are seeing,
Yes,
there are
yes, many
derma
people
wards.
doesn't know that.
Yeah, there are derma wards. There
Yes,
are patients which are admitted in the derma ward. It is a special ward which is given to the department. So we have a full-fledged department, and patients are admitted. Derma ward is mainly full of patients of autoimmune bullous disorders, psoriasis, erythroderma, which is like skin exfoliation and leprosy patients. So first 6 months of residency, you get oriented to the subject because in undergraduation level, dharma is something which is ignored kind of. You study for pre-PG, NEET PG exam, and you study those MCQs and the question banks and those flow charts which come by the coaching institute. You don't get into the depth. So first 6 months is this. Then you go to the OPD. OPD mein you have patients. Derma mostly is the OPD branch. So you have patients, you see them, and there are some exercises or procedure exercises which have to be done by the resident, which includes like a leprosy patients come. So you have to take AFB, acid fast bacillus staining. You have to do ZN staining, the one which you used to do in micro second year, है ना? That you have to do. You have to do ZN staining. The resident, the derma resident does it. You know, the fancy cosmetic world that comes after you pass out these 3 years and after you learn these four principles. So if any undergraduate is listening, so you know, be prepared. You will the first day. Even I was shocked because as an undergraduate, I also thought that I'll first day I'll go. I was very privileged. My institute had all the three lasers. We had CO2, we had Q switch, we had diode, and that too of a very good company, Alina company. And we used to do lots and lots of dermatology and dermatosurgery procedures. We used to do all the vitiligo surgeries. We used to do every Thursday. We used to do vitiligo surgeries. We used to do various types of excision. We had RFA machine. We had cryotherapy machine. We had derma rollers. We had all sorts of procedures.
I know, the way you helped me when with RFA also. Like there are very few interns who actually do these things, but you were there. You helped me do that, and yes, I underwent laser just because of you. So yes, we had a very great time at that time. So I believe this is where your specialist stand different from the cosmeticians or the estheticians that are out there in the market, because I believe after BDS, people are doing aesthetic courses or cosmetological procedures. They are doing it, but this is where you stand different. All those 3 years pay off for you, because it's not just about the cosmetics and everything. That is where it works. Those 3 years plays a major role. Yeah, because I've heard people are like skin के डॉक्टर, ओके करना ही क्या है, पिंपल की दवाई देनी है, दांत खुजली की दवाई देनी है, बस ये it is there in the market. Okay, so like as we were talking about like how your 3 years were, so can we elaborate it more?
Okay, so 3 years of residency, as I told you, they function mostly around the principles of core dermatology, venerology, and leprology. So, first year residency, first 6 months, you get oriented. Like I said before, there is a derma ward. So, dermatology department is basically divided into three parts. We have OPD, we have wards, and we have a minor OT in which we do all the procedure. And as I told, my institute had all the cosmetic facilities and all the procedural dermatology equipments were there. So laser room was there, RF room was there, cryo room was there. So these things are there. So first year resident, basically during the first 6 months, you do punch biopsies, which is a very important part of diagnostic dermatology, I would say. Diagnostic as well as therapeutic also in some disorders. So diagnostic dermatology, per day in our department, we used to have 6 to 8 skin biopsies done. We had our HOD, Dr. Veeramesh sir, who was my PG guide, and I owe everything what I am today to him. So he is a very keen person in dermatopathology. We used to have academic sessions also during various days of the week. So one of the day was dedicated to dermatopathology class, histopath
I
class.
remember. I
Yeah,
remember that when you used to carry the slides there.
yes, the Whedon and Lever Valley books, एक एक resident वो
Hmm.
had books, and we used to jump to the histopath class. And microscope में we used to see all the slides of the patient. So we used to have 6 to 8 punch biopsies, which was done. Then
Hmm.
RFA, as the radio frequency ablation wala procedure, we used to do. And for 6 months you don't do RF. You just you observe your seniors. Few you start doing. You basically do the procedures which I was telling. ZN staining for acid fast bacilli, you do gram staining, you do KOH, you do wet mounts, and all these things they have to be done by the residents. And Then, as you proceed towards the end of your first year, you start seeing, OP. We used to, at the end of first years, we used to see independent OPDs also in our institute. We used to get the hands on. So we used to see OPDs. We used to sit with our seniors, with senior residents and APs, and a specialist was also there in our department. So we used to sit with them and see OPDs. And as you move to second year, you become senior, junior aa jata hai. So you start doing. We used to get hands over the lasers. As I said, the lasers we used to have vitiligo surgeries every Thursday in our department, all sorts of for various patients, various types that madam used to decide, and we used to do that every Thursday. And academics was there. हाँ derma department. When I tell people, I'm from dermatology, और derma वालों को क्या पढ़ना होता है? Let me clarify.
Exactly.
Let me clarify. Emergency branch वालों को maybe हमसे बहुत ज़्यादा काम करना पड़े, but yes, derma वालों को बहुत ज़्यादा पढ़ना पड़ता है, बहुत
पढ़ना
ज़्यादा.
पड़ता है, yes.
We used to have 4 volumes of Rooks was is our Bible, the Bible textbook.
Yes.
4 volume of Rogues. We used to read Whedon or Lever for histopath. Then there was Wolverton for drugs. There was STD ki separate book.
Hmm.
Then leprosy ki separate book. And other than that, we have aesthetic dermatology, procedural dermatology, different to see alag, books. So we used to have
पढ़ना
seminars.
बहुत है, academically it is more, yes.
It was a academically oriented branch. And yes,
Hmm.
first year में I forgot to mention, हाँ डरमा वाले कभी कभार महीने में कभी इमरजेंसी में भी जाते हैं, दिख जाते हैं कभी कभार,
Yes.
for basically, during my first year, the patient which came were mainly drug emergencies or drug eruptions which come. Stephen
Hmm.
Johnson came, and
Yes.
sometimes, pemphigus patients, they are very debilitated. They also come in emergency. हाँ, कभी कभार we are also found in
Hmm.
emergency, but very rare.
Emergencies, yeah.
Very rarely. And as you said, ICUs, basically, not ICUs, any
Yes.
different departments used to have calls. So you used to go with your seniors
Hmm.
and see the calls. The senior resident is basically the one which is responsible for the calls. But yes, juniors accompany them, and we used to
Hmm.
learn from the patients.
So, Dr. Ishita, as a gold medalist, your study strategy must have been solid. So, in residency, balancing patient works, academics, and exam preparation, it was tough. So, were there any resources, maybe even digital platform like Diginav, as you said, so like that you found helpful, or concepts or exam-oriented preparation, as we have our, you must have seen that our Diginav Dermatology PG course. So, plus the faculty who is actually leading it. So, did it help you in any way?
I didn't have a subscription per se for Diginerv. I didn't take that, but yes, the free videos which were there, I had definitely seen them, and the faculties, they are very renowned dermatologists, and even they are
Yes.
postgraduate examiners. One of
Yes.
them, I would not reveal the name, was my postgraduate exam. It was an examiner for me during my postgraduate exam.
Okay.
So, there are faculties, and obviously, under graduation, senior से 10 year important mark करा लिया. You used to read that patchy.
Yes.
You have to know, must know
Hmm.
things. छोटा छोटा भी ना
Hmm.
बच्चे हैं जाने दो. But post graduation is not like that. As I told you, it is a different ball game. Not for dermatology, for any specialty.
Hmm.
You are now being a specialist. You have to sit in the society. You have to treat. You cannot be someone who can just sit with a patchy knowledge. You have to know about
Yes.
the rare diseases. Also, you have to know about
Yes.
in depth about the disease, its pathogenesis. So the conceptually you have to be very clear. You can't be ki 10 year,
Hmm. Hmm.
now
Hmm.
if I sit outside, a patient comes to me, I can't say ना कि मैंने disease
It
10
was
years
not
में
in my
ये था.
important topic. Yes.
Yes, I can't say that कि मेरे
Yes.
10 years में ये नहीं था. I
नहीं
have
था.
to know the patient and the disease, and
Hmm.
to treat a patient also, you have to know about the pathogenesis and the core principles of the disease.
Yes.
And for infectious disease per se, if I talk about fungal infections and all, we are seeing widespread resistance these days. So
Yes,
you
it is
have to be
happening.
well versed with the subject and the newer updates. Dermatology is full of new drugs, full of new updates. You have to
Mm.
get, you have to be well versed with them. So DigiNav as a platform, I felt that, it was a wholesome platform to provide you with all the required information at one
Mm.
place. And conceptually, there are faculties who try to bombard that concept into your brain, so it is helpful because reading the book, you have to see, you can't, it is not like
Yes,
UG day ki chutti maar li. You have to go to duty every day. you
yes,
have you have 30 CS per day, but they all go waste. Let me be very clear. They all go waste. You have to come, you have to give proper explanations of even a day you take a holiday, even in
yeah,
dermatology. Let me be clear, dermatology residents also go to wards on chutti wala din, on holidays.
yes.
We have to go, we have patients in the ward, we have faculties who take round, and they keep us tight if we do any management with patients. So yes, we
Yes,
also do things. So you have to see patients, you have to do. So you need a platform. See, personally, reading books may be boring and monotonous. But when you see a video, somebody is telling, you grasp the concept, it is easier, and something in the background, a voice is going on, it is easier to recapitulate
it's
the
easier to,
concept.
yes, yes, it's easier than reading books, I believe. Plus, you
Yes,
have all the like crux of the books into those videos, so that is more easy. So, that's interesting that Dijna, we have been working to make exactly the part easier and residents with the structured video lecture, Q banks, diagnosis, treatments, and everything. So, getting through resident itself is not a small thing, I believe. Plus, excelling it, so that is where I will be repeating it throughout, which is a great achievement, I believe. So, what is like, what do you think that made the biggest difference for you? Consistency or the smart strategies, or just purely love for the subject, or your clinics that made you more keen into it or deep dive into the dermatology that, okay, I want to learn more and more. That made you hungry for more knowledge.
let me tell you that dermatology has, it has vast amount of academics, and at the same time it is very 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 volatile. If any third year postgraduate exam going, they are listening to me, they must be knowing that you read today, you forget tomorrow. So it is like that. So what helps you to retain the concepts, what helps you to retain the knowledge is the clinics, the OPD you see. So what we used to have, that we used to sit and see OPD, but supposing a case comes, we have various parts of our exam. We have spotter, short case, long case. So a patient comes to the OPD. So our senior residents or our APs, or we used to have academic sessions where we used to be we were asked questions regarding the disease, the various viva voices. So that discussion amongst the residents with the seniors, the questions they used to ask, I think that was the thing which really helped me to retain the things. And at that time, when you're doing a group discussion, you try to you remember, अरे उस दिन ये बात हुई थी, and those
Yes, yes.
jugglers and all, you remember
स्पेशली
all the
जब
names.
जब डांट पड़ी हो, आई बिलीव वो वाली चीज ज्यादा याद रहती है.
It's so true. You used to get brutally based on also from your professors when
Yes.
you
Even in
used to.
front of us, in front of interns also. I
Yes.
remember that time.
So true. And that was very horrifying for a resident. Interns बैठे होते थे और एक अकेले की इतनी बेइज्जती होती थी HOD से,
Yes.
there were few professors जिनके questions, I think एक दो questions के बाद तो आता भी नहीं होता था, and it was, I don't even remember those days, but yeah, now
Yeah,
being
the
an HR,
seminars. I remember when you used to present seminars, and
yeah.
we just used to come for food. We know that. Otherwise, it's just all about you and the questions after that.
Yes, Dharma interns are very fortunate. We used to have lots of
Yes,
CMEs every week where
yes,
we
yes.
had
Every
food
week.
and all luxuries which were given to the interns too.
Yes.
So yeah, think those discussions were very helpful in the clinics. So the ward rounds which happens, the faculty asks you the questions. Those things are really helpful. The more work, the more discussion, the more answers you do. It is in Viva. Even if you know, I even know something, but the speaking says the oration matters. So the more you improve over that, the more you excel. And the discussions are obviously, I think, it is said that, you discuss, the more you spread knowledge, the more you gain knowledge.
So it was your consistency that paid for you to top that to grab a gold medal. That consistency and the faith of sharing your knowledge, I believe, because I've seen it few people who don't like to share it. They're like, "Ki, why should I?" But I believe that wasn't the case with you. So you shared and you retained that. Spreading knowledge is gaining more knowledge only. So yes, that worked for you. So residency is more than academics. It's about friendships, mentors, late night food, runs, maybe even breakdowns. Yes, that is, I guess every resident must have gone through not only like surgery or medicine resident only. So looking back, what's one moment from residency that still makes you smile and one that makes you sigh? Okay, that is done.
Smiles, I would say the CMEs which used to happen every week. We used to wait for Fridays, that Friday wala
Yes.
was the RTM day, and I was very fortunate enough that I got a college which was near to my house. First year, I used to stay around the campus only, but from second year residency, I used to do up and down. My juniors came, I used to do up and down. So I used to go home. I think that was, going back home from the college. I used to forget everything. It used to vaporize, and I used to go home. So yeah, that was one very important factor. I used to stay with my family. The happy moments, as I said, the RTM days, all Fridays, they were very, very good. The whole week, even if you get all the dart and jhad and fatkar, you eat good, the good hormones. So and it's that we used to have a tea break every day, in the residential house. And the interns we used to sit together. Lots of I was a day scholar, but I used to get to hear lots of gossips and from the interns and from the juniors and everybody. So yeah, those were very good sessions. And bad moments, I don't want to remember. So let's forget them. We'll
Yeah,
just
we can
keep
just
them
skip
happy.
that exactly. Why
Yeah,
to
we'll
remember
just keep
that? Okay.
happy. Yeah.
So if someone is aiming for MD dermatology right now, so apart from hard work, how important do you think it is to keep learning from top faculty beyond lectures or through online app-based learning such as Diginav? So how it is important, like the through and through of MD dermatology, if someone wants to pursue it.
There are various videos of great faculties which are available online on various platforms like Legina or YouTube or many other platforms. So, how it helped me also, I used to go through them many a times. The as I said before, post graduation, you have to know in depth about the concept about the disease. Uh, you are not done any spoon feeding. This is not your school or even undergraduate also. हाँ बच्चा है बच्चा है. People used to. We were not per se taught कि ABCD क्या होते हैं dermatology की. Patient used to come. We used to be asked questions, and we were expected to get the answers from the recent as well as old and the newer texts, the newer updates of that particular thing. There are must know topics. There are topics, or the I won't say them as topics, I would say them diseases which the patient has to get to us, and you have to know. So I think top faculties, they see, they are your examiners, one. Secondly, they have been through the process, they are in the subject, they are pioneers, they are faculty of excellence, people who have gained excellence in this subject for many years. They know what is important. They know what, as a postgraduate, you should know about the disease, about the concept. So I think reading books and jotting down and taking it out is more difficult than, you have somebody who's teaching you. A video is there, you are taught. After you see the video, you get the grasp, you get the concept कि अच्छा अब ये important है, इस subject का ये crux है. You will understand. Now, if you read the textbook, you see first the video, and then you read the textbook, you will understand the difference of better understanding the concept. And rectification से ज़्यादा, if you understand and then try to read the text, the retention power also increases, because it is not like कि post graduation exam से पहले whatever you read एक महीने या 3 महीने पहले ऐसे होता है. It is not like that. Viva में my Viva started at about 9 o'clock and it ended 5:36 in the evening. At that time I was not able to remember even my own name. It was, you are like third blocked at that time, and it is so much pressure. You have to go through various tables. There are 10 spotters, 10 cases, इतना सब कुछ होता है. So 3 years जो आपने किया है, जो आपने काम किया, that will reciprocate. एक दिन या एक महीने से it is not like एकदम से आपको रिटेंशन हो जाएगी. तो बेटर रिटेंशन आपकी तभी रहेगी जब आपके कॉन्सेप्ट की क्लैरिटी होगी. आई थिंक वीडियो लेक्चर्स पहले देखने के बाद अगर आप टेक्स्ट पढ़ोगे, दैट रियली रियली हेल्प मी इन रिटेनिंग एंड अंडरस्टैंडिंग द डिजीज.
So somewhere it helps,
Yes,
like
it helps a lot in fact.
directly, rather than directly going for the book, study from the platform, and then you can read, and then it will be a better understanding.
Yes,
So,
yes,
yes, so
true.
that's a great advice. So it is time for a little rapid fire, I believe. So there will be a few questions, and you have to answer it, like whatever the first thought you have in your mind. So, first thing you do after waking up during residency.
I used to go to gym morning में, because evening में I was very tired, so morning I used to go to gym.
Okay, so workout. That's good.
Yeah.
So, one dermatology tool you can't live without.
The lens, my lens, magnifying lens.
Yes, magnifying lens.
Yeah.
So, OPD or ward rounds, which one did you enjoy more?
See, OPD is every day, but ward round में अलग level की बेइज्जती होती थी. Those different अलग moments, those catchy things, वो
Those
अलग
are the
मजा.
stories to remember.
Yeah, yeah, those are the stories to remember on television. देख हमारे साथ वो हुआ था.
Yes, हमारे साथ to
Yeah.
tell the generations coming forth. Yes,
Yes,
so
true.
most of our asked patient question in dermatology.
ये पिंपल हो गया है, तो अब मैंने इसको खुजा दिया है, अभी निशान कब जाएगा. और the worst thing is, that झाइयाँ, most of the patient will be with झाइयाँ and melasma, and they don't use sunscreen, and you tell them sun protection, so patient are like, you advise sun protection कि मुंह ढक के जाओ. So they're like कि हम तो धूप में जाते ही नहीं है. Anyways, they are roaming around, and हम तो धूप में जाते ही नहीं है, and they're funny. बाल झड़ रहे हैं. The quacks have destroyed the scene.
Every time
Mm.
steroids.
I I I
I've
I,
seen
that,
one
I think it should be a separate podcast on steroid abuse in dermatology.
in
I can speak like
dermatology.
I can speak like for hours of how much destruction they cause to the face of the
Yeah.
patient, what all happens, and
Even I saw a patient in my like junior residency when I was doing now. So there was a patient, she had like whole neck was burned due to that like steroid abuse. She wasn't diagnosed properly, and then she used like steroid cream, and it was all blisters over her neck. Even when you go to a like pharmacy directly, they just give you steroid cream, and
the
it gives
chemist
you
and
instant relief, and patients are happy with that.
TB infection, the fungal, superficial fungal endomyophytosis. They steroid abuse. You see the picture of the patient changes, and resistance is increasing.
Yeah,
I've seen
resistance is
patients
increasing.
who are using triple combination drugs for melasma, and then they get exogenous ochronosis, and they have like deep pigmentations over the face, And young girls, their face is destroyed because of that. Steroid abuse in dermatology is like it's going epidemic.
Will
It's
it
it's
will it
happening.
end in India? Do you believe?
I don't think, until the quack practice, they stop,
Stops,
and
yes.
people, they stop believing in quacks and start believing in specialists who have like
Specialists, yes.
sacrificed a decade of their life
Their
in
life,
studying
yes.
and studying about the disease and studying about how to cure these problems once the
Yeah, it
patient.
happened to my non-medico friend even. It was a fungal infection. It was very super. It was started just, and I suggested him an antifungal, but he was like, नहीं मैं तो पहले ये यूज करी थी steroid formulation. So it was like उससे तो 4 दिन में आराम आ गया था. Even when I tell ना कि it's a fungal infection, it is a long, like you need to medicate for a longer duration because itching ठीक हो जाएगा, but to cure it takes time. नहीं steroid से जल्दी लगा के ठीक हो जाएगा. I'll go with that.
Yeah.
It happens. नहीं सुनते, हमारे साथ वाले ही नहीं सुनते तो औरों का तो क्या ही करें फिर.
Medicos come to, I think,
First year,
yesterday.
second years.
Yeah, yesterday I saw, I should not name, a specialist. He came to me. He had tinea cruris and corporis also, and he was using triple combination drug, triple combination ointment over it. A specialist.
Hmm.
So, okay, what do I say? I can't say
Yeah.
anything.
So
Is the scope of this discussion?
there is, yeah, there is no end of this discussion, I believe, for
Yeah.
the. So if not dermatology, what specialty would you pick?
So
First
this
thing
is
that comes to mind.
contrasting, but pediatrics was the one which was in on my mind. I secured a rank also during my pre-PG exam. I
Mm-hmm.
got in prestigious institute also, pediatrics in
Mm-hmm.
Chandigarh. But yes,
Mm-hmm.
I at that time I got dermatology,
Yeah, so
so I chose
go with the
pediatrics and
dreams.
I like
Yes.
this. But yeah, when I used to read Ghai and all, it was one of the subject I used to like.
Yeah. So plus PJ Chandigarh is a very good institution. But
Obviously.
still, again, you had to go there. It was written. So again, you are in Chandigarh.
Yes, the cycle of life.
Yes.
I never thought I will come to Chandigarh and from
Yes.
Faridabad resident. I was senior resident. I came here. My husband got fellowship here. That karma
Yes.
chakra of life,
Yeah. So it
Because
was written for you that you have to be in Chandigarh for some time.
yeah.
So one skincare tip everyone should follow.
I think everyone should use sunscreen every day. This is
I
the
knew it. I knew
basic.
it somehow that you will say sunscreen. It is the goal, not even only outside. When you are in the home, you're sitting inside,
It
you should
is
use
Sardi, it
sunscreen.
is Garmi, it is raining outside in Chandigarh, it is raining heavily, it is anything it is, you have
Yes,
to use sunscreen. If you are
everyone
in
should
study or
listen to
anything,
that.
you are
Sunscreen is
on
a must.
study and work, you have to use sunscreen to
Yes,
film.
yes. Reapplication is also important. People
Yes,
forgets to reapplication. So
true.
sunscreen is a like a lifesaver thing for future also.
True.
So your guilty pleasure snack after a long day.
My guilty pleasure snack is momos. I
नहीं छोड़े जा सकते momos, yes. Even I love to eat, but at one point you regret.
And we discussed also Red Dragon के momos.
Yeah, Red Dragon के
Red
momos,
Dragon
yes.
के momos, I should tell you उसके बाद उसको खा के पता है gastroenteritis होगा. But मैं तब भी मैं खाती हूँ because
Yes,
you get something, you get some after eating it something.
yes,
I don't know what
yeah.
it is. It
वो
is some
Red
kind of
Dragon momos around our college, so it was best
yes,
at
it is
that
a
place.
Chinese sasta nasha for people who
Yeah,
don't know nasha. But yes,
yes,
it is something which is very guilty.
yes, guilty pleasure.
Guilty.
So, One word to describe your residency experience.
Okay, residency. I think it was a reality check. It was a reality check to me. I got to know the what is, other than academics, you meet people, you have seniors, you have juniors, you have a lot of things. During those 3 years, you will get a reality check. You will get to know what is, you get out of. I am a fresher UG. I am a fresher PG.
Hmm.
So, you get out of that cocoon and you get to
Yes.
know what the real life is and what the real things are. So yeah, I would say it is a reality check.
So, one last thing I would like to ask, what is one advice that you would give to yourself if you are like on your first day of your residency?
I think you know you should not believe everyone who's being sweet to you.
A
You
friend to all
should
is friend to none.
Yes, you should be cautious enough. You should not show your innocence to everyone, I would say.
Not
There
everyone deserves that.
Yes, there have been incident. You will all people get, so I will not blame any particular institute. I think the next podcast you're doing with my husband, he
Yes.
will tell you better what residency is done from the, I should not
Yes.
say which college and which branch. So he
So
will tell
yeah,
you more in depth. But yes, this is one advice I would give to me. And people say dharma, ये वो dharma सब branches में ऐसा होता है. People are same everywhere.
yeah,
So
people are same everywhere. So thank you so much for joining us today and sharing such a practical insight in everything from A to Z. If I have to say, you want to go for dermatology, okay, go watch this episode. And to our viewers, remember, residency is not just about surviving the wards. It's about continuous growth, as the example is there itself. And we aim for higher. Like, of course, you have to shoot for the moon. Only then you can land onto the stars. And to keep motivated, learning, and ahead in your journey, Diginerv is there. This is Residency Real Talk powered by Diginerv. See you in the next episode. Thank you so much, Dr. Ishita.
thank you. Bye.